G'day everyone, Matt from Panda Garage. Today, getting stuck into a new project at the moment. As you would have seen, we've been running a surplus of videos in the last few weeks, just clearing out old footage from the older cars that we no longer have with us. So, while that's been going on, I haven't really been doing much car stuff, but what I've been doing is learning how to do a lot of detailing. I always loved detailing, always liked cleaning, but I wanted to improve how I worked, and I've been watching all these videos with pros, and so it inspired me to actually get started on this car. Now this is going to be a surprise for my in-laws because they're away at the moment, but we're going to try and fix up all the paint on the outside, going to fix up the interior, get it all looking brand new again. So join me here in Panda Garage. We're going to do a bit of detailing in depth, so stay tuned. Saying the paint isn't great on this car. It actually is pretty scuffed up. Black paint's never good, but this one is a daily driver, of course, so it's got a few scuff marks here and there that we're going to see if we can get out. It also looks like it's been washed in pretty crazy ways. So what I'm going to do first, before anything, is that before I do the interior, before we do any polish or anything like that, we're actually going to clay bar the car just to make sure the surface is completely clean and ready for us to go. I washed this car the other day, try to use my new brushes and all that to clean it up a bit. I've missed a few spots as stuff was caked on, but hopefully what we're going to do first is we're going to use just like a detailer, just to sort of use as lubricant, use the clay bar. We're going to do the whole car, and then I'm going to start polishing with the wheel. So let's get started. So essentially what we're looking for here is that when you're using the clay, if you've done it before in your car, the idea is to spray it on, make sure it's all well lubricated, and then run it across. You'll hear it picking up a lot of the contaminants on the paint, but once it goes super quiet like this, just like silk, then you're pretty much right, so you can move on to your next panel. So I'm going to wipe this panel down, and then I'm going to continue moving around. So this is going to take quite a long process, so I'll join you guys once I'm completely finished. Okay, so it took a little bit, but I've actually completely clay barred just the bonnet at the moment. I just want to do this as a test piece, whether or not we need to fully use like a cutting wheel and, but like a polished cutting wheel to actually get right into this, or if we can get away with just sort of using like a scratch repair just to smooth out all the paint, make it look nice. And I've got some Pro Wax from 3M that we can use all over the car too. So I'm going to get started on this, do a bit of a test. This is just a test at the moment to see whether or not we need to go to the full extent to get this looking right. But if we can get away with like using just a wax and it will fix up all the paint, then we'll do that. So let's get started. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this Turtle Wax Scratch Repair and Renew. It actually seems to work pretty well with a wheel instead of just using a conventional polish, because I don't have one that sort of works with a polishing wheel and I really want to get right into this paint. So I'm going to use this as a bit of a sample, do it on one side, then we might do a butter wax on one side just to see how it goes, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So we'll apply it on. Oop, that's way too much, that's going to go everywhere. So wish us luck. Hopefully this does the job pretty easily. this is my first pass. Just going to buff it off nicely. See the results. I don't think I've ever polished this car to this extent before. It's one of the cars I don't really do much cleaning on. So I just want to see if we can get even just a majority of the scratches and swirls out of the paint. That'd be fantastic. Of course, when you've got paint like this, it is a lot longer process to get the paint right again, but it's actually not looking too bad. Definitely has got rid of a lot of the bigger scratches, or like the finer ones. There are still a fair few on here, so we might do another pass. But you know what? It's definitely taken the haze out of the paint, which is good. So I'm going to continue on with this, and then I'll come back and we'll show you the finished product, at least for the bonnet. Okay guys, so we're about halfway through the car at the moment doing the polishing. Turns out, did a bit of work on the front bonnet, didn't come up as much as I thought it would. The paint is pretty badly scratched and I don't have any more fresher pads to use to really try and work it out. So at the moment we're just clay barring the car and then using like a professional wax, and it seems like it's coming up pretty good. There's a lot of contaminants in the paint, but just on the back of the car now. Once we finish all that, then I'll get on to doing some other stages. Sorry I'm not showing all of this. If you do want to see a bit more detail in using the polisher, there is a video, I'll link it in the corner, when I did it on the Monaro. So if you want to see a bit more detail, I will do more in the future, but it's just this car I'm working things out at the moment. So yeah, that's why it's you're not seeing as much at the moment, but hopefully I'll get all this sorted out and we'll move on to the next stage. Okay, so I am all finished now with my waxing, and look at, like, there's still blemishes in the paint. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You'd have to sandpaper, but look at the shine of that. It is like a mirror at the moment. So on the right light, this car has actually come up really nice. So as you can see, there's still some blemishes when you have the big lights on, but I mean, it hasn't come up too bad, considering it's my first turn as well. So this is the first time I've actually used... Go ahead. Oh boy. So this is actually the first time I've used my phone. I don't know why it decided... Wait. Okay, so this is actually the first time... This is actually the first time I've polished this car, waxed it, anything of this sort of nature. Usually we just wash it. My father-in-law usually washes it. Like I only do maintenance on it when it needs it, so I don't really wash it these days. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done it. Black's always going to be a hard colour to try and maintain as well, because it is just scratch prone and it's obvious when it's scratched. So that's why we bought a white car, Laura. That's why we got our daily driver is a white car now, so we don't have this issue. But it's come up pretty well. Hopefully you guys think so too. Let me know in the comments what you would do differently. I'm only sort of new to doing all of this again. I've been learning heaps. Like I've been watching The Detail Geek and I've been watching Chef in the Garage, and they're really pro detailers, or like at least they do it for a side business. So I'm trying to learn my best. I'd love to sort of do this one day as a side project, doing detailing. So it's all come up pretty well. The next video you're going to see is the interior detail. I thought I'd keep this one separate. It was originally going to be all one video, but I just think it might be a bit too long. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember, any questions, let me know, or any comments, what you think I could do differently. So what I ended up using is a 3M Professional. It was a 3M Professional wax. I've actually gonna have to. I broke the container years ago, so I put it in this metal container. It seems to have sealed it well. That's a complete mess at the moment, but so essentially I use Bowen's Own Quick Clean to use as lubricant for our this. This is getting a bit old these days, my old clay. So I'm going to buy a bunch more of that. We need a bunch more pads as well for the polisher too, as you guys are out of focus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you all so much for watching. Check out next week's video when we do the interior detail. I've been learning a lot more about that, so hopefully we can get this looking really nice before they get back. So this is going to be a surprise for my in-laws. They're currently overseas, and I decided that, you know what, I'm going to try and get this car all looking really nice, so when they get back, they got a great car to step foot in after they've been refreshed from their holiday. So check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, the Panda Garage. I was about to say Instagram again. Leave all your comments up there. I've been trying to get back to everyone quicker, so thank you for your patience. And we're growing pretty well, and we're on the road to 1,000 at the moment. So once we get to 1,000, I'm going to give away some stuff or whatever I can find. Maybe we'll make some merch to symbolise the 1,000. I'm very excited about it. I know it's only 1,000, but I mean, it's pretty significant for me. So someone has been pretty much working out of this garage for 3.5 years, just doing whatever I need to do at home. Most of the time we don't make up this stuff for the camera. This is literally just how life is at the house. So until next time, guys, my name's Matt. It's been Panda Garage, and I'll see you all next time.